Welcome viewers, we are taking commerce. Welcome to our class. In our previous class, we talk about privatization and commercialization. We saw privatization as taking over of businesses from government to private individuals. What is the reason for this? For efficiency, accountability, and then to help in managerial activities. Now, we want to look at deregulation. The moment a business is commercialized and a business is privatized, a lot of regulation that the government have put in place governing their own businesses might be discontinued, or amendments in law can be made to be able to allow these private individuals to either commercialize or privatize. So today we're going to look at deregulation. Deregulation as it affects businesses. When we talk about deregulation, we are talking about the removal or reduction of laws or other demands of governmental control over these businesses. It can equally be the act of taking away some forms of law or eliminating them altogether. Or it can be the act of trying to amend some regulation in order to suit the operating businesses. So deregulation has to do with either the total removal of laws governing the operation of a business or amendments of some law governing some businesses, or it can be adjustments in the laws that are governing some businesses. So deregulation is bringing down the regulation, total removal, bringing it down, adjusting, removing it entirely in order for some businesses to run. That is deregulation. Alright, before I go further, let us look at the objective we stand to look at in this class. Number one is meaning of deregulation. The other two is advantages and disadvantages of deregulation. We've talked about the meaning of deregulation. And so, when you hear the word deregulation in business, bear in mind that it has to do with removal of laws or reduction of laws by the government to control businesses. They have to reduce the law, remove it entirely, adjust it in order for these businesses that either have taken over from the government or new businesses that are existing to operate without this law governing them. That is deregulation. Then, you know what deregulation is. What are the advantages of this kind of thing? What is the advantage of deregulation? We are going to look at 5 advantages of deregulation. So now let's look at advantages of deregulation. One, it leads to economic growth. Why do we say it leads to economic growth? A lot of businesses, a lot of individuals could not go into business because this regulation will not allow them. So when these regulations are removed, they will be able to go into business without facing most of these laws that have been streamlining them or making them not to go into business. So it leads to economic growth. A number of businesses will jump in, a number of individuals will jump into such businesses. 2, low price. Okay, there may be people, few companies that are running these businesses, or just government-owned companies that are running the businesses, and that can lead to increase in price. But once a number of them have come into the business limelight, it will reduce the price because there will be a lot of competitors in the market, and there will be a lot of alternatives that one can resort to. So it will lower the price of products, increase consumer choice. Because there are alternative choices to be made, not just one company in the business, not just one product, no other choices. Because many have come into the business, and because there are a lot of choices to be made, consumers have a variety of products to choose from. And so this choice is out there for them to make choices of what they want. So there are alternative goods, not just one product, but a number of them that consumers can make alternative choices, and at an affordable price that the consumer can afford. Then the number 3, expansion of market. When more persons come into the market, there is market expansion. If there are more alternatives in the market, that the products have different people producing them. Let's say, for example, if it is biscuit market, it's not going to just be one company producing. You are going to see many names and different products, different design, different shape, different color, different brands that will jump into the market. So the market will be expanded. There will be a large market. Many persons can jump in, and then promote competition. Okay, among the many organizations, among the many businesses that will come into business, there will be competition. You will see them dragging price, taking it up, taking it low. This company will come and bring a better one. Innovation, initiation, and technological advancement will come into play. Another will come with more cost efficiency and will reduce the price. So the competitive nature of the market, many persons that will be there will be competing with each other. And when there is competition, they will be able to bring in new technology, new innovation, and improvement into the industry. So we have seen advantages of deregulation. We talk about economic growth, low price, increase consumer choice, expansion of the market, and then promote competitions. Now, whatever have an advantage have a disadvantage. No matter how good it looks, there are always disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of deregulation? Disadvantage of deregulation. 1, risks to the consumer. Why did we say risk to the consumer? You know, a lot of products is being governed, regulated to meet consumers' need, and there is not going to be foul play as regards standard, weight, and measurement. But once these regulations are taken off, the consumers stand at an edge, the receiving edge of the game. And this their receiving edge can be risky to them because there may be substandard goods, less weight, measurements can be fraudulent, and a whole lot of things that can cause harm or health hazard to the consumers. So sometimes we say strike a balance. In as much as the government may want to reduce our regulation, it should not be struck off completely in order to protect the consumer. So it is risky to the consumer because of the aim of the producers. Some people don't care what happens to the consumer as far as they make profit. Even if they give them substandard goods, they are out there for it. Less weight, less measurement, they don't care. But once there is regulation, all of these will be monitored. Then another one is creation of monopolies. If it is a big enterprise, it's going to wear off small business owners that might not be able to withstand the test of time. And once they are not able to withstand the test of time, few individuals are going to remain in the market. They will monopolize the market, and this will lead to hike in price. It will lead to few persons being in the market and having less competitors. And so once the market is monopolized, it's going to affect the final consumers because of the increase in price and all other things that might affect consumers. Then we look at economic instability. The market will be so volatile. The volatility of the market will make it so unstable that you don't know what to expect the next time. So it will lead to economic instability because there is no stabilization of price and no stabilization of the movement of price of this product. And so consumers will be the ones to be hit, and it will affect them economically. Increase inequality. The bourgeois, the rich, will be the ones controlling the means of business, while the peasants, the average individuals, the middle class individuals will be the ones to suffer. And so the inequality that will exist is going to cause a friction in the economy. Then we'll talk about, lastly, market failure. Markets fail as a result of volatility. If small businesses cannot keep up with the volatile nature of business, you see some of them pack up. If the market is being subdued by the bourgeois, those are the top class, the small businesses will pack up. And once they pack up, they will fall out of market. And this kind of volatility can actually cause harm to small business owners. So we have seen deregulation. The conclusion here is, it is good sometimes for government to reduce laws that are governing some businesses, but it is not too good for them to remove their hand totally because of the fraudulent nature of some businesses. So what do we suggest? Striking a balance. They can, as we have explained in the meaning, they can sometimes reduction of the laws. Okay? In rare cases, total removal, but reduction in the laws. Because, for example, if government did not come into play for companies that are polluting the environment, if there is no regulation on pollution regulation, they will go on polluting the environment and the citizenry will suffer. But if there is a kind of regulation, these things will be put in place. So there are some organizations, some businesses that should be regulated. There are some businesses that their regulation can be reduced, and very few can be removed totally. Thank you for joining me in the class. Do you have any question? Comment below the comment box. Watch the video again and again. This is Class Online School. We run the Nigerian curriculum from SS1 to SS3. Are you new to our channel? Welcome. Are you subscribed? If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Share the videos. This is Commerce for SS2. Share the videos to those you think are preparing for exam, are in SS2, are trying to take certificate classes, their WAEC. It will help them. Watch and rewatch. We'll bring learning to your home. I want you to learn everywhere. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you in our next episode.